Um, 15 great tips for learning English quickly and easily. Have you seen The Matrix? If so, you probably remember the scene where the main character Neo is going through his train. Instead of showing a montage collection of scenes of him running on the beach and working out to gradually get stronger, another character simply puts a program directly into Neo's brain. Second later, Neo opens his eyes and says, I know Kung Fu. For those of you who haven't seen it, here's the scene you can watch in the, just type The Matrix and 1999, you will find out the YouTube. Now, since you are learning a foreign language, you probably can understand why I'm mentioning this. When I saw that scene, I thought, wow, I wish I could do that with German or Spanish. If you are reading this blog, you may when I am telling this blog, you may have thought the same thing, only about learning English. Unfortunately, The Matrix is just a fantasy, and there's no computer program, secret potion, or magic brain pill that can help you learn English instantly. It will take a lot of hard work and dedication. But since you are listening this, you have also taken the first step. You are motivated enough to want to improve. Today, we'll look at 15 tips to help you improve your English, no matter how much or how little English you already know. Each tip will contain some example and links that can help you on your language learning journey. 15 great tips to learn English quickly and easily. Practice, practice, and practice. As we have seen, there's no magic way to learn English instantly. You will have to work at a lot. Obviously, if you are in a class, you should attend class, do the homework, study as much as you can. Courses are good because they make you more accountable and push you to learn, but even if you are not in class, you are still possible to practice when you have free time. Fortunately, with the possibility of the internet, it's easier than even to practice. You may want to study by yourself. If that's the case, there are many resources and tips available for it. Or if you prefer more structure, there are quite a few free online English courses that you should consider either as a supplement to another course or as your main course. Like I am posting this and you will be able to listen this and your English and pronunciation will be improved, as I am not like a native speaker, but instead of that you will able to help by listening this. Also, you haven't tried Fluent or the Fluent app or iOS or Android yet, you really should check it out. It's entertaining, educational, fun, and affordable. You can improve your English skill by watching videos, learning and practicing vocabulary, and taking comprehension quiz. Start this. Number 2, the more you practice, the better and quicker you learn. Author Malcolm Gladwell proposed that in order to become an expert at something, you need to practice it for 10,000 hours. If that sounds like a lot of hours, that's because it is so. So start putting in the hours as soon as you can. If you want to work on grammar, start with some solid tips for general grammar learning or do quick review of some common mistakes. If you are stuck with listening skill, you can start with a general overview about listening resources available online. Then you move on to podcasts or audiobooks. If you prefer to add in a visual aspect, look into movies and TV shows, and that will help you improve your listening comprehension. Reading skills are also easy to practice, whether you want to find easy books or check out books that have been made into movies, and even reading this blog right now counts. Pronunciation and speaker are a bit more difficult to practice if you don't have a native speaker to talk with, but they are not impossible to improve. Begin with general speaking practice studies, some which you can use even without a partner. Then learn more about websites that give online speaking opportunities. Then read some posts and improving your pronunciation. Last, but certainly not last, is vocabulary. Maybe you want to learn more idioms or proverbs, or perhaps you are tired of sounding like a robot and want to learn more English slang words. Learn which words you thought were okay to use but probably aren't. Also consider increasing your vocabulary related to specific topics such as colors, sports, health, fitness, food, airports, and really that's just a beginning. If it seems like this tip has a lot of links, that's the point, and don't forget that all of the links in the section are column fluency. Find your motivation. Number 3 is find your motivation. Like any goal, learning a language is always easier and more fun if you have a reason to do. But be sure to remain focused on that reason, since it will help you to get through the times when your learning seems hard. For example, do you want to learn English to get a job, to travel, to impress a girl or guy in your class? Or do you want to learn it simply because it isn't easy, because it's a challenge? Whatever your motivation is, be sure not to lose sight of that motivation. You should also recognize that you may have more than one reason for learning English, and that motivations may adapt or change with time. Number 4, work hard and play hard. The tips above the hinted at that idea, but it's important to say it. Learning English is so much better than if you make it fun. You should try to make a game out of it, whether that means literally playing board games on to learn English or finding ways to include gamification in your English learning. This is admittedly a strange example, but in this movie, Billy Madison, Billy is studying with his girlfriend. If he gets an answer correct, she takes off an item clothing. So even though I wouldn't